All right, well, everybody, welcome back to Comment Corner. All right, here on the
All
channel.
right.
So we respond to all your comments. As always, you feel free to comment below on this or any other video, and we will respond to them up to our discretion, but mostly we will. All right, so let's get into it, shall we?
Go. Let's do it.
For context, we just got off of recording the entire Survivor Heroes versus Villains finale and reunion. Super long
Yeah. Very
batch
long.
there because we had meaty
Yeah.
discussions for both the finale's extended episode, and we went over an hour on the reunion, which is like a 30-minute episode. So
Yeah. That's a big first. I think maybe the longest we've done that. Like I think the longest we've gone is maybe like a half hour, probably.
we gotta find the fact
So
checker on that.
yeah. Yeah, we can fact check that, but
But so yeah, so when we're responding to this, the most recent episode that's been posted was episode 11. So we still have a few episodes they're behind on too. But we can get to comments on any videos. All right, so put yourself back in episode 6 of Heroes versus Villains, Banana Etiquette. Jaren COD commented, "This is a super underrated move because people hate Russell. To this day, this is one of the greatest moves ever on Survivor, manipulating Tyson and winning 3 versus 6 vote." Yeah.
it was huge. I mean, like, yeah, it changed the course of the game. Like kind of like we were just
Yeah.
talking about. But yeah, it totally that was a pretty big move, pretty dumb move on Tyson's part, but Russell figuring that out, going to the right person at the right time. So
No doubt. The Great Detective Knows responded to that comment saying, "Yeah, there's no denying this was absolute brilliance, but people will jump hoops just so they can say Russell isn't a great player. Not just anyone could pull this off, especially considering the horrible predicament he was in. You have to give the man credit where credit is due. And he's playing among greats, so the
yeah,
excuse that everyone is just dumb doesn't fly. He correctly assessed everything. He knew they would go poverty. He then thought even further ahead and considered the opponent's next move, aka vote split, and acted to prevent that. In short, he accurately predicted Rob's move, just flawless, all from an inferior position. Gotta give him credit for that."
yeah. I mean, some good plays right there, for sure. While he was down, absolutely.
Chase Ferrier commented on our Survivor Heroes vs. Villains episode 7 reaction, "Bandy-legged little troll." And he said, "Russell versus Rob head to head. The rivalry finally comes to its end, and it's perfect. Rob gives a Godfather speech about Coach. Coach is indecisive, and Russell's making deals and manipulating people. And Russell wins this round. Another amazing episode of Survivor. It's crazy looking back how much this season delivers, especially in the premiere." So good.
It is insane how quality of a season it is, for sure.
And it's interesting because everybody watching and commenting along, they're like midway through the season, episode 7, episode 8, and they already know the outcome and everything, so it really recontextualizes everything. On episode 8, Sandra's scheme, Chase Ferrier said, "This is the one move that Sandra really makes. I'll argue that yes, Sandra plants the seed in Russell, but on the other hand, what she told him Coach said was the truth, and it actually is a good move for Russell to vote him out to keep the idea of the women's alliance going." As far as the vote, oh yeah, this is the one of us, we weren't confused because Russell had voted for Courtney, and
Yeah,
we weren't sure if there was actually a split decision or not. He said, as far as the vote, Russell voted for Courtney as jury management for Coach. He signed the vote HZ. The jury started at 12 in Samoa, so he realized that it was probably going to start here. Jerry, I would assume, was just out of loyalty to Coach and their promise to never vote for each other.
hmm.
So he's thinking about jury management suddenly. How about that?
Yeah. I don't know. Is it really though?
just to say to Coach that he never broke his word,
Vote
or
from or something? Yeah,
like, I
I don't
never
know.
get that
Maybe.
really. Like, Coach did a similar thing where he didn't. He voted for like a third party instead of voting for Rob, because he like gave Rob his word, but he knew where the votes were
Right.
going. Like, I don't think sitting it out and just watching it happen, like, people think they can just, I can be cute and technically not vote, even though I know full well where it's going, and
Yeah,
and he'll just vote for me because that's it.
right. Yeah, because they trust me now.
Coach this season is like a torn down version of the old coach. He gets questioned and he breaks down. He lives in indecision and allows Rob to go home because he can't decide which way to go. The man he respects or the man he fears.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean that's kind of true. That's kind of true.
But at the same time, he said he got redemption. We just watched.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
No.
like the rites of passage. He was saying he got redemption.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's maybe he was during while he was there, but I think he ultimately the takeaway was more important than the outcome.
Mm-hmm. On episode 9, JT's letter, Chase Ferrier says, "This has got to be one of the most hilarious moments watching the show through. You just spent a season and a half of Russell finding idols and manipulate everyone to do exactly what he wants them to do. And then you have the winner of a previous season that played an amazing game, and JT just gives him an idol. It's awesome. And then you have Russell and Parvati
Yes.
laughing at him reading the note, which is one of my favorite moments of this whole show.
It's pretty amazing. Yeah. That is a great moment of them laughing their way through the letter.
I've never been the biggest Courtney fan, but she gave some good quotes and little moments despite getting a smaller edit. It'll say, I think in hindsight, this is Russell's worst move. He should have voted Sandra out. Courtney would have stayed more loyal. I don't know about loyal, but I mean, definitely in retrospect, I don't think Courtney has the same trajectory as Sandra here. So, yeah, probably better off.
I don't know if Courtney would have stayed more loyal, honestly. I don't know.
Like, they teased that Parvati and her had this little connection, but then that wasn't worth enough. Like, she tried to tease the idea maybe we could get Sandra out instead without pushing too much. But yeah, I don't know how that would have went. Because, like, another thing wasn't even in the question yet is that Amanda would have been there too. So she could have rekindled with Amanda. I don't know what their relationship is like. So could have been something there. The great Detective Nose commented on that video. He said, "I think it was cut from the reaction, but my favorite moment is when Parvati is mockingly reading JT's letter, then suddenly does a 180 in demeanor and goes to a serious voice and says, 'What is wrong with him? I cannot believe that kid won.'" LOL, it sent me. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, really just laid into JT. I love that session though.
Yeah.
It's mocking the letter. It's just brutal.
Yeah, you love to see it.
Jaren COD commented as well, Micronesia PTSD must have been huge this season. Villains wanted Parvati out immediately. Heroes were scared of her too. And to be fair, why would Russell be running the show? They didn't even know him. Male after male after male went. I think JT's move wasn't actually that stupid. Only in hindsight it is. I mean, it's fair. It's a fair assumption to make, but to take that leap, is another thing. But again,
Yeah, it is kind of one of those things where it's like I see the vision. Like I can understand what he was trying to do, but again, it's a few steps too far for me.
And then we go to episode 10 of Survivor Heroes vs. Villains, Parvati's double idol play. A lot of thoughts on this one. Rogue Merc commented, JT, quote, "We can't trust Sandra. She's a villain for her time antagonizing Johnny Fairplay. Trust the villain Russell. Oh, damn, Sandra was telling the truth and Russell was lying? Well, I guess they can't trust women after that." That's the takeaway.
He did say I guess he did say that, yeah.
He said
something
about you can't trust the villain, but even more than that, you can't trust women, Shouldn't trust women.
What? That's the takeaway.
Chase Ferrier commented, "One of the best moves in Survivor history. Parvati's best move in her time in Survivor, and the full realization of how dumb JT was to give Russell his idol and why he needed someone like Steven to win the first time. Shade." According to Russell, the BTS is Russell and Parvati both saw through Amanda lying to them because late Amanda told him they were voting for Parvati, and he saw through it too. And there was debate on who to give the idol to because Amanda was mouthing Jerry to the heroes in lockdown. So Parvati just did the best thing, which was give one to each of them since she had the idol Russell didn't know about.
Right.
Sandra trying to get revenge on Russell
Yep.
post-merge and it not working time number 1.
Yep. It is time number 1. That will come up again. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Mino Kills 2356 comments, this idol play is smart regardless of whether the heroes vote for Jerry or not. If the heroes do vote for Russell or Parvati, the vote is tied 5-5 and there's a revote. If nobody changes their vote, Russell and Parvati become immune along with JT. Then there's a rock draw highly in the villain's favor with an 80% chance of a hero going home and only a 20% chance of a villain going home. The only thing that could really go wrong for the villains here is either they get super unlucky on the rock draw or Sandra flips in the revote. That's all that, as I was reading all that, I was just about to say, like, Sandra's going to flip, though. Sandra would flip if it was a tie. I think she would just flip.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
so I think, yeah. You needed to get that right with the idol. Jaren COD comments, Parvati should have won. Screw Sandra.
Damn, already contentious in here, huh?
And there's tons of replies. I don't know what's going on in here.
Whoa, oh, contentious.
Rogue Merc says, LOL, if they were going to ignore all else and vote for gameplay, Russell wins. If they were to do the opposite as they did, why would they vote poverty?
Poverty, not Parvati.
Yes, there's just a lot of back and forth between a bunch of people.
Cool. Right on, guys.
A bunch of back and forth. I'll just mention, you know who commented, if the game's winner was crowned purely for strategy, the show wouldn't have a jury of players. A lot of lengthy comments. Whoa, I got to deep dive into this. This is too much.
Novels.
Too much for us to dive into. But
might be able to highlight some of that in our
yeah, like I'm hoping we can distill that down in your input for the review. Hopefully we get your takes then.
Because it does sound like end game stuff anyways that they're talking about. So,
and then because Rogue Marcus is responding to the Great Detective No, saying JFC, it's not hard to understand, so I will simplify it. Bitter jury equals Sandra win. Emotionless jury equals Russell win. Sure. So I guess they're they're trying to argue, like, someone's saying Parvati should have won over Sandra, but then they're like, well, if you're viewing it that way, then Russell should win if you're just going purely based off of no emotions. But I don't think it's quite that binary, though. I think it's easy to make a case for Parvati to win and not Russell. So
yeah, I think so as well.
James Bennett 9290 says there have been many iconic blindsides over the seasons 1 to 20 era. Gretchen in Borneo, John Marquesas, Leanne in Vanuatu, Courtney in Panama, Edgardo in Fiji, James in China, Ozzy in Micronesia, Eric in Micronesia, Randy in Gabon, Kelly in Samoa, Tyson in Heroes vs. Villains, but JT's blindside by Parvati tops them all.
Pretty great. I mean, it's like giving 2 idols out to the people that you suspect are on the chopping block. It's brilliant.
It's juicy.
Just so good.
On our Halloween 1978 review, Josh comments, I'd recommend Black Christmas for a review at some point as one of the original slashers. And B, Donald Pleasance is definitely an underrated actor. It's a shame that most people only know him from the Halloween franchise and maybe James Bond.
Yeah, I know him from James Bond.
Black Christmas, I've heard. I've never really knew much about it. I've heard the name.
I've heard the name. I've heard people make reference to it before. That might be an interesting one to maybe look at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool.
Also in episode 10, Parvati's Double Idol Play, we have at JT Money commented, if JT's plan worked, it would have probably make him the winner of Hero vs. Villains, and it'd go down as one of the best movies in Survivor history. The payoff was really high, and he had nothing to lose given he'd already won Tocantins. We just talked about this heavily in the reunion, which you won't
Mhm.
see for a few weeks now. So I don't think that's true. I don't think he wins. And
Yeah.
I don't think you could say probably makes him the winner of Heroes vs Villains off of that, because suddenly he's got no ammunition. And like I said, best bet he could get to Final Five, and it's not unrealistic for him to win 2 challenges. He was always good at the challenges too.
Mhm.
But there's no slouches in that Heroes tribe either.
Right.
And Amanda will beat him in that dish stacking thing like she did in China. But I think they
Yes.
probably would turn on him prematurely. Like, already been talking about it. They were itching to get him out.
Yeah.
Like, they're happy to
Yeah.
get the idol out of his hands anyway. So it's like they would have been happy to have that work out and get the numbers, and then just, I think, as much as he was playing well early on, people were starting to see through it, and it's probably
Yeah.
would have been early
The,
boot for him out of the Heroes.
the double dealing was sort of catching up to him a little bit. So,
Doesn't mean it
yeah.
wouldn't have been an amazing move for him, because it probably puts
Sure.
him in a much better position than he would have been. But
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
alternate reality, though, like if he just has the idol and didn't give it away, I wonder if the votes are the same, if they still would go for JT, and then he could just play the idol and then get
Yeah.
the numbers that way.
Yeah, or
That'd
something. Yeah, I don't know.
be funny. But on our Snake Pass review,
Ooh.
Blinkoom said, "This is the correct score. Good review, fellas."
Hey.
Came into a
a fellow
5.75 out of 10 between us.
a fellow Snake Pass metter.
Hater. Oh.
I said meh. I don't know if I can put it in myself to hate it, but
Yeah.
it's definitely not very good. So
On Heroes vs. Villains episode 11, Treasure Island, the Ninja Gamer 1 said Colby just wanted to watch Treasure Island. And Mino Kills responded, "I didn't see what happened. I was watching Treasure Island."
yeah, I was watching Treasure Island. I don't know what's going on.
Rogue Merc commented, "Candace returned to the roots of her heroism, turning on her tribe. My guess is that staying with the heroes puts her solely at the bottom, even below Sandra due to the Rupert connection. But with the villain, she has a shot to team up with Sandra and get 2 more votes to oust Parv and Russell. The idol was technically wasted, but it does add a layer of fear that he might always have one to play."
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that. We were talking about the Candace thing. It's like either way, she wasn't looking to be in a great ideal spot, but yeah, might be more maneuverability hypothetically with the villains. Who knows?
But yeah, she was a hero because of something that somebody else said and felt.
Yeah.
Billy,
I don't
justice
think
for Billy.
that's
That's
why
all
she's
I
a hero.
was.
She's Billy's hero. That's why.
Billy's hero, yeah.
It's the weirdest thing that she was a hero. Like, I wouldn't call her a villain either, but if you're gonna put her in
Yeah,
one or the other, I mean, sure.
yeah.
On our Snake Pass review, Ari Louie commented,
All right.
"I wanted to love Snake Pass so much, but it really is missing a certain something. Kind of feels like a game that would have been a late N64 or early GameCube game by Rare. A charming 3D platformer where you play as a snake. What could go wrong? I think they just leaned way too hard into the because you're a snake, you can only move exactly as a snake would. If there was some other animal to make it a buddy style 3D platformer, or you just allowed the snake to do uncharacteristic things like jump, it would have opened the door for the game to be a much better traditional 3D platformer, while still allowing for focused precision platforming segments. Unfortunately, that's not what we got, which is a shame. I actually do love the music in the game and even play some of the OST in the background of my videos. David Wise composed
I've
it.
noticed that.
You can hear a bit of
I've noticed
DKC
that
in
actually.
several tracks. Great review, gents."
Yeah, no, I've actually I realized
I never noticed
I
that.
realized hearing that. Yeah, I have heard him use that
Full
in the
disclosure,
background.
though, most of the time when I was playing Snake Pass, I had to water it down by watching like a podcast on the side or something. So I
I honestly don't blame you. I
so
don't blame you for
so
a
I didn't
second.
hear as much of the music as I probably should have. Should I do one of these
Yeah.
automated comments? I
They have
love these.
automated comments
It's
now?
it's
Really?
like
Thanks.
it's like, yeah, it's like almost AI. So one of the options is Totally agree. The controls are definitely a love it or hate it thing. Snake emoji. And then the second one is glad you enjoyed the review and the music picks. I
Yeah, the music picks that
love
we
it.
chose. Yeah.
Hold on, there's one. I don't know why only for certain comments it does it, because like on the Survivor ones I don't get the options. But on the Blinkoom comment it says, because you said this is the correct score, good review, fellas. I said glad we could agree on this one. Fire emoji. Or thanks, glad you enjoyed the review. Snake emoji. I love the emojis.
Well, at least yeah, I love the emoji usage is pretty cute. I think that's kind of fun. Snake emoji.
Chase Farrier coming on episode 11, Treasure Island. Very underrated move by Russell here, even though he does misplay the idol. If he doesn't flip Candace to the villains, Parvati goes home and he's on the bottom. And even if he does play the idol right, then it's even numbers again. And assuming Sandra finds the idol the next episode, Russell and Parvati go home next anyways. By flipping her, he saves his game. Amanda was whatever on this season. She never had the amount of power she had on her first 2 seasons. She was the most dangerous of the heroes left. Sandra trying and failing to get Russell out post-merge time number 2. Also, production made Amanda give the clue back. Daniel found it. It was technically hers. Okay. That makes sense.
It's funny that they say that though, because they even say like even in the last episode, Amanda was like, yeah, my worst play was the fact that I didn't keep that from
right.
Danielle.
See, I don't know.
So
I guess
like,
I don't know the validity of Chase Farrier's claims, to be fair. It makes sense in a way.
It makes sense
for
production would do that,
yeah, but especially for idols, it's very concretely, you can't just take someone's idol, but once it's theirs, it's their ownership. Right. But idol's a little more of a gray area because it is. I mean, the clue is more of a gray area because you can just, you can pass that around all day if you want. I don't know. So maybe either way, Amanda, like you said, should have gotten a good solid look at that thing. It can't be illegal to look at it. Heavy. Right. Memorize it.
Right. Exactly. She should have torn it open. Tore it open right then and there. Our
last comment for this installment comes on our The Pumpkin Carver review.
Oh, bringing it back.
This comes from ABM1419. He says, enjoying this on my drive and then walk on bike trail. LOL. The old man owns the land. I put this movie on when I can't sleep. Didn't know it took 2 years to film it. Wow. The end of the movie was surprising, though. I thought the old man was the killer.
Okay.
What's good with you?
Are you all right?
Are you real?
It does sound surprisingly like a bot. I'm
but
gonna be honest.
But it feels randomly natural too in the way that he he spaces it out. But yeah, and why would someone randomly bot on the Pumpkin Carver review? I don't know.
So probably
because some stuff he's saying the old man owns the land. That's a reference to something we said because we were talking about like what was up with this old guy just being around. There.
Yeah.
But the really startling part of that is that he puts it on when he can't sleep.
That is startling. That is a startling fact. I think that's true. But I guess, to be honest, I guess there are probably worse things that you could fall asleep to. Maybe I would. Okay, if I'm gonna recommend one of the movies that we've watched to put you to sleep to, it would be Alien Origin.
It's not the Pumpkin Carver.
It's not the Pumpkin Carver.
Like something about these weird kills is like that gets you put to sleep.
I find that startling. Yeah, I agree. No, put on Alien Origin. That'll put you right to sleep. That put me.
I mean, no shade, ABM. I mean, I appreciate if you really did enjoy this on your drive and then you're walking the bike trail. Like, I love that. That's
awesome.
Vibe.
That's actually awesome. I was watching.
But don't come to me saying you put this on when you want to sleep.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, no, but it's great that there are people that if you genuinely are like that. going about their daily business, doing stuff. Like I was at the
Yeah.
gym last week, and I even told Zach, I was like, hey, trying to catch up on some of his videos. So I was like, I was running, and doing some lifting, and I was listening to I was watching your video on the elliptical, and then I was like lifting, and I was just listening to the video. I wasn't
Hmm.
listening to music. So it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
I try to catch up on the things I'm interested in and want to. So yeah, that's great. Do
Yeah, I
that,
like that.
please. It's
I like.
great.
I'm
Yeah,
always. I've always got something on in my drives or my
yeah,
walks. I like that.
yeah.
I like that. I need you to explain this though. Why are you putting this movie on when you can't sleep? Like this, you can't just casually throw that in the middle of these sentences. You
Yeah,
literally
I would
like.
like
I
a I
love the
would
disjointedness of it. I'm enjoying this on
yeah.
my drive. Period. And then walk on bike trail. Period. LOL. Period.
Well,
The old man owns the land. Period. I put this movie on when I can't sleep. That one that takes me out of and then he goes back. Didn't know it took 2 years to film it. Wow. The end of the
yeah.
movie was surprising, though. I thought the old man was the killer.
I don't
You gotta
remember who
give
the
some
killer
more
was in this.
explanation. You need to illuminate on that a little bit. Like, you can just drop like, what, why? Like, is it comforting? I would appreciate if you're saying it's boring and it puts you to sleep, but he doesn't really seem
Yeah,
to imply that.
yeah,
Either way, it's not the good vibe to go to sleep to, you know?
yeah. What was another one? Viking warrior women.
Well,
If you
at
just
that
like want
point,
to
you
hear
just put
people
anything
talking,
on. You could put
yeah.
any old documentary on, but
Wolf versus bear.
Wolf versus Bear would be good. When I can't
Yeah, it
sleep,
would
I'm
be.
just so curious. All right.
Yeah,
Well, I appreciate you seeking this out. Let me see what the automated
yeah.
comments are for that. Glad I could keep you
It's there.
company on your drive and walk. Laughing, crying emoji.
Aw.
That ending really got me too. I completely thought it was him. Pumpkin emoji. I love
I
these
like
fake
these.
comments.
Yeah. I think my favorite part about these comments is they always have an appropriate emoji attached
I
to it
know
at the
that's
end.
well. They take keywords out of the title,
Yeah.
so it just took
Yep.
pumpkin
Yeah, they're like,
like
"Oh,
that. Just took the
pumpkin." Yeah.
snake.
Yeah.
There's something weirdly dystopian about these things. I don't It doesn't sit right with me because now you have to think, are there people out there using these damn fake comments? And you're like, man, I'm glad they responded to my comment, and that was a nice comment back. Please believe me, I don't use this feature. I don't support AI in my comment section or anywhere else.
or frankly anywhere else.
I just want to see if
Uh,
there's more now.
yeah.
The one comment where Chase Ferrier was talking about on Sandra's scheme, where this is the one movie
Mhm.
that Sandra really makes. Um, this is such a wild move by Sandra. Definitely changed the trajectory of the game. Mind blown emoji. I never knew that about what Russell told the others. That makes so much sense regarding how they played. Laughing crying emoji. That's
Okay, laughing
crazy.
crying emoji is a little weird there. That's
Oh my god. I love these. Could have a whole episode just on these. Why is it selective though? It's certain
it
ones
only
that
does it with some.
pinpoints.
Yeah. Weird.
Mm.
Well, what a wild discovery. I didn't know they did that. That's really funny.
One of these old comments about Coach and Tyson's breakdown. I agree that it's awesome to see the bond between Coach and Tyson still alive. It makes for such compelling television. Jeez.
Yeah.
Glad you enjoyed the
Yep.
episode. Definitely some peak moments in there.
Okay, well, there you go. Peak indeed.
As always,
Yep.
comment below on here any other video on our entire catalog. I go by the most recent comments and I go up from there. So you can say anything you want. Like if you have a question about anything in the world, feel free. And we
Sure.
will most likely respond. All right.
Yeah, go to our I don't know, go to our old Q&A that we did for part of our 5 years thing. Write another question in there.
No, you can comment right below this with a question. Even do
Or
that.
do that. That's actually more convenient.
It makes more sense.
It does make more
Go back to
sense.
the 5 years of Tarqaron Q&A, but You can
Yeah.
if you want. In the meantime, if you recommend this, if you enjoyed this video, I'm going to recommend a video for you to watch next from Tarqaron. All right, if you enjoyed this video, I want you to check out reacting to Survivor Fiji's Lisi Lenara's Tidy Whities at the 5 years of Tarqaron.
Hey, hey, I willed it into existence
Tidy
there. Tidy
Whities,
Whitey's
little
little boy.
boy. Have you fucked in the bathroom? Have you fucked in the classroom? Tidy Whities.
I mean, bars,
That's a good
honestly.
one. 338 people have watched that video. Some people are
That's
finding it.
awesome. Yeah.
That's beautiful, I think.
It
Lisi's
kind
an
of is, yeah.
artist.
Is that what they call them these days?
Wow, okay, check that out. Tons of videos on the channel, though. Over 800 videos, to be exact, here on the Tarqaron channel.
Wow.
No
a lot.
shortage.
Not at all.
All right. We thank you for watching. Sincerely, subscribe to the channel for more. Like the video, and take care of yourself, too. All right.